his best finish, a 10th at Texas back in '91.
And once again, Bobby Bowser is not that far in front of the leader. That's the leader. We're looking from inside Tim Steele's car. That's
made a spin over in turn 2.
And Loy Allen goes to the bottom of the racetrack. Oh, 2 and 3 cars get involved. Ken Allen is involved. Horton goes very high.
Still crashing.
Oh, my goodness. That's heavy contact, heavy impact out of turn 2. One car spinning, and 2 or 3 trying to stop that. And there was just almost full-speed impact.
Yeah, there was a white car that was just, it was sort of an innocent spin. But then a bunch of cars, yeah, that white car right there, that car number 62, Kurt Dickey spun, and it's sort of a lazy spin as he came off of turn 2, and there was a bunch of cars that came up behind him, and they started hitting each other. They started slowing down. It was a chain reaction type of a deal, and it got messy.
And there's Hillenberg came through very cleanly, but Benny, the Horton car took one whale of a lick.
And this guy right here, Ed Dixon, this summer in a sprint car, broke his right arm severely, crushed the bone. He asked the doctor, they made him a cast to come down and drive here, and the doctor said, okay, you can go drive, but you better not hit the wall. And folks, he has destroyed that car. I just hope and pray that his arm is okay.
Well, we can see him moving around in there, so that's good news as far as that part's concerned.
And that's a signal to the NASCAR safety crews. They tell you in the driver's meeting, you take the window net down if you're okay, so we know that if the window net isn't down, we'll go to someone else first who may be not quite so fine.
I don't think I've ever seen a car any more torn up than Jimmy Horton's car is right there. Look at the rear end housing. It's out of the car. I mean, look at the left rear tire. Or is that somebody else's left rear tire? It looks like it's supposed to be under the back of that car, but it's 2 feet outside that car.
Looks like the whole housing has been shifted over about 3 or 4 feet. It looked like Horton was going to make it through. He was trying to go to the high side. Of course, that car is painted the same as the other car you were talking about, Benny, as far as colors. Let's look again, see if we can see exactly what might have happened.
There we see the one car. The one car, Loy Allen, goes down and spins because Scott Neal came down. Now, Allen goes back up, and there we see, oh, the car flipped over. The 52 car turned, now he's back on his tire. Oh, and in the air he gets hit.
Wow.
He is off the ground and gets hit from beneath.
Man, oh, man.
And remember, Jimmy Horton's a driver that went out in Talladega a year or so ago. Look again.
And you can see him sliding along on the top, and then it's going to try to right itself, and here will come another car. There it rights itself, and another car comes along, as Jerry said, hits him underneath the car.
That was Ed Dixon, the 12 car that came along and ran under the 52 car of Horton.
Well, you just got to be thankful that Horton's car had turned back over before the car number 12 came along.
Once again, we'll watch. There we see him on his roof, and here comes Dixon. This camera angle just staying on the 62 car. Man, oh man.
And that's the car that initially spun Kurt Dickey, the Canadian out of Windsor, Ontario, making his first super speedway start. Here's from the roof cam.
There's the spin that started the deal. Bob Hill goes by.
And here's the chain reaction back there. Scott Neal, Loy Allen going down on the inside and behind to the right of the screens where it all breaks loose.
That was Ken Allen in the 3 car that he and the 52 car of Horton hit the 62 about the same time. Oh, and that is unbelievable, Ned.
Wow, I've never seen anything like that. I've never seen a car up in there and get hit from the bottom side.
There's no wonder that the rear housing is...
Oh, yeah, had to just clean it out.
And it looks like they're trying their best to get Horton out of the car. I don't think he's out of the car yet.
Well, the way that car is folded up, it's going to take a little while to be able to get Jimmy out. So,
and Jimmy Horton is scheduled to drive tomorrow in the Napa 500 in Kenny Schrader's Winston Cup entry. There's a helmet. I saw a helmet, I believe. They're taking the roof. That's the jaws of life, and they're cutting the roof off the car. There we see the guy. They'll cut the roof. They'll also cut the roll cage so that they'll be able to go down inside the car and lift Jimmy Horton out.
There's the windshield coming off. Once again, Jimmy Horton, a 2-time winner here in Atlanta. He won this race here in the spring. He was the only multiple winner in the field, but that was not Jimmy's fault. He had nowhere to go. In fact, he had a car right against his rear bumper. If he tried to slow down, Ken Allen was back there, and his car got sideways, rolled over, was righting itself back on its top as it was rolling back over. Then he is tagged by Ed Dixon.
Now that's as you see, that's Lexan. That's not glass. That's why it doesn't shatter. Now he'll take the jaws of life and cut the roll cage, the top loop out. That was big time, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. It was really a hard crash.
So recapping once again, Kurt Dickey's Pontiac spinning over in lap 2. Canadian in his first super speedway. And then it all broke loose behind him. Here's real time. And then there are parts and pieces everywhere. And there's Ray Evernham, who is a very close friend of Jimmy Horton's and that crew waiting down near the infield care center. Of course, the crew chief of Jeff Gordon. And we'll give you some information as soon as we get it passed along to us, as we're under caution for a horrendous crash in turn 2. Back to Atlanta in just a moment.